Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're stepping right into the shoes of a top-tier hospitality pro. We are going to completely deconstruct the TESDA NC2 housekeeping assessment, zeroing in on the ultimate challenge, the butler service roleplay. We'll be locking down the exact sequences, those non-negotiable safety rules, and the precise script you need to not just pass, but absolutely crush this assessment. Let's get into it.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll be moving through the guest journey, room orientation, spotting defects, safety non-negotiables, and finally some oral drill practice. Let's kick things off with Phase 1. The guest journey begins.
Assessors are literally grading you from the second the guest walks in. You don't just magically appear at their door, right? It's a strict chronological flow. You've got to nail the initial arrival and greet, guide them seamlessly through the front desk check-in, and then smoothly pivot right into the escort and facilities orientation.
Now listen closely, because this isn't just a casual suggestion. You have to use this exact non-negotiable script during the escort to get full marks. The assessors are waiting for you to proactively introduce the hotel facilities. You've got to mention the coffee shop for breakfast and specifically point out the business center, swimming pool, spa, and fitness center on the second floor. Don't forget those locations.
This brings us to a real game changer, the butler communication loop. It's a strict always and never situation. Always use ma'am or sir, and you absolutely must ask permission before you do anything. No way can you just walk into a room or touch their luggage without asking. And, just as importantly, always seal the deal with a confirming question before you end the interaction. You want to be sure they're perfectly happy before you step away.
Moving right along to Phase 2, room entry and orientation.
Okay, so you've unlocked the door and stepped inside. Now your memory and poise are really on trial. The assessors are watching like hawks to see if you can flow through these room facilities without freezing up. You've got to point out the safe and minibar, grab the TV remote, explain the AC, detail the bed, and specifically mention the bathroom taps, red for hot, blue for cold. Any hesitation here? Yeah, that's going to cost you points.
And hey, whatever you do, do not skip the fire exit orientation. That is an automatic major deduction. You need to confidently say something like, "Here's the fire exit layout at the back door, with the red mark showing the room and the red arrow pointing to the fire exit." It's absolutely crucial because in hospitality, safety always comes first.
Speaking of things you need to memorize, there are exactly 4 telephone extensions you must know cold. 0 is for the operator, 1 gets you housekeeping, 2 is for laundry, and 3 is room service. Just lock those numbers in your brain right now.
All right, let's jump into Phase 3, spotting critical visual defects.
So let's look at the room through the eyes of the assessor. There is a massive difference between a passing standard and a fail. To pass, we're talking tight hospital corners, totally dust-free surfaces, and fully stocked amenities. But the defects? Wrinkled linens, open duvet closures, uneven floor polish, or missing items. These little things are glaring red flags that scream to the assessor that you were careless or rushing.
So how do you catch those sneaky defects? The final inspection. This is literally your absolute last quality check to guarantee the room meets every single cleanliness and sanitation standard before it's marked guest ready. Believe it or not, skipping this final look around is one of the biggest reasons people lose points. It basically tells the assessor you aren't double-checking your own work.
That takes us to Phase 4, safety and hazard protocols.
Now, these are your zero-tolerance, non-negotiable rules. Break even one of these, and it's an automatic fail, no matter how perfect your hospital corners are. Never mix cleaning chemicals, never leave a hot iron or a running floor polisher unattended, always report hazards or frayed cords immediately, and for sure, always post those wet floor signs before, not after, you start mopping.
To keep things safe and sanitary, the industry relies on a strict color coding system. It's universally tested because it's your main defense against nasty cross-contamination. Red is strictly for toilets and urinals. Blue covers general surfaces. Green is just for food prep areas, and yellow is for washrooms. Mixing these up is a massive sanitation violation, so keep them straight.
You know, even the way you pack your housekeeping trolley is a test. The golden rule here is to never, ever store cleaning chemicals on the same shelf as linens or amenities. Keep the harsh stuff far away from anything the guest might touch. It's a core standard you simply can't ignore.
Let's bring it all home with Phase 5, the oral questioning drill.
Okay, imagine you're in the hot seat. The assessor hits you with this. While operating the floor polisher, you notice the cord is frayed near the plug. What is your immediate action? Take a second to think about it. This scenario is completely testing your judgment. Do you try to beat the clock and finish the job, or do you prioritize safety?
The only right way out of this involves a few specific key words. You stop immediately, you unplug it safely, you tag it as defective, and you report it to your supervisor. Assessors want to see that pattern: stop, report, and follow procedure. Never just keep using damaged equipment.
All right, let's try a direct knowledge check. What is the difference between a traditional bed setting and a duvet setting? This one's a classic, designed to prove you actually know the specialized housekeeping vocabulary for the setups you just built.
You've got to deliver these exact details with total confidence. A traditional setting uses a flat top sheet, a blanket, a bedspread, and those precise hospital corners. But a duvet setting? That involves a fitted sheet base, a duvet inlay tucked inside a cover, and crucially, absolutely no top sheet. Nailing this proves you really know your 5-star standards.
Okay, here's a tricky one. A rushing guest asks you to quickly polish their suede shoes. What do you do? This is testing how you handle technical knowledge when an impatient guest puts you under serious pressure.
This is where you show you're a true pro. You have to politely explain to them that suede requires a dry brush, not polish. If you just slap polish on them, you'll ruin the shoes. This shows the assessor that you care more about protecting the guest's property than just rushing to say yes to a bad idea.
And that brings us to the end of this explainer. By locking down these communication flows, facility orientations, and zero-tolerance safety rules, you aren't just memorizing stuff to pass a test, you're building the real foundation for a rock-solid career in 5-star hospitality. So let me leave you with this thought. When that hotel door finally closes, what kind of lasting impression will your flawless service leave behind?